KC 426, it's what we call a shake and bake colony. 60, maybe 70 families. They collect bird guano and sell it as fertilizer for big money back in Matria. Killing guano-producing seabirds is illegal in KC 426. The islands off the coast of southern Kamatchkalan have the perfect conditions for guano. The drier air on the protected outcroppings allow the bird droppings to dry into the concentrated fertilizer highly prized by farmers. Entire economies and geographies are dependent on this white gold. The cold waters and sediment coming from the glacial melt create perfect nutrients for plankton, which are eaten by small fish, which are hunted by the seabirds.
We're back. It's Thursday. Tears and Hooligans. It's Kamatchkalan Chronicles. The crew has destroyed their own ship. No going back. They're serious about this. Who would like to give an update? Winter, you're right in the middle, top middle. You want to give the recap?
Sure. We had to fight our way up through the Seculorca as we were hunted by what I can only say was definitely not a xenomorph. And made it up to the top to get to the extraction boats, but realized that we really didn't want this creature, this aberration following us and getting to land. So Shield and I headed back down below to self-destruct the ship. And we did. And left no survivors other than ourselves to escape off to KG 426.
It's going to take a lot of wine for me to give all of those sailors their rights, I hope.
What was that?
pour 100 out for your homies.
The captain swims with the fishes. Let's pour one out for Captain Quint Bungler. I think we said that last week, but Nerys is back from the ritualistic rituals, and everyone is leveled up. Level 6. Yes. Level 6. We're starting to get into it. We're starting to like feel our muscles and understand our powers. What did everyone add to their toolbox between level 5 and level 6?
Well, considering that like every skill check that I've been given in the last couple sessions were sleight of hands, I took a skill expert in order to gain a point of dexterity, sleight of hand, and extra proficiency in sleight of hand. So
yeah, Elvira, what did Elvira add?
Metamagics.
Tell us more about that.
So, being as I'm multi-class sorcerer bard, I went up a level in sorcerer, and I was able to pick up my metamagic options, and I have quicken and twin spell options now.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Sai. How about you?
6th level rogue gets expertise. So I am somewhat better at deception and I think it was perception I wound up picking. Something like that. Okay. Definitely deception, but I forget which ones I chose, but I did them, and they are roguey. It's not, it's not good on me.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna have a lot of battles, but we are having a lot of skill checks, and as I see how you are all approaching certain challenges, It just lends itself to certain skills, skill checks. So it's good to see you investing in that. I think that's important.
Sleight of hand and deception.
There you go.
So my whips got whippier and my tricks got trickier.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Nerys, how about you?
I got access to Cosmic Omen. So that wheel or woe effects, but only after a long rest, which we haven't had yet.
Which
So
you have had. Your rowing in counts as a long rest. Level up always counts as a long rest.
Oh,
So,
well, I guess I'll roll my dice for that and see which one I get to play with today.
Awesome. Let's do that. Let me know when you've got that done. So as a group, and we don't have Shield tonight. I think I mentioned at the end of last session, we're hitting level 6, so we are a quarter of the way through, 25% of the way to level 20. It's we're not 25% of the sessions in, but from a level standpoint, we certainly are. You're starting to figure out what you do well as a group, what you do well individually, how your roles mesh together. So tell me a little bit about what you guys think your special sauce as a group is, and then what roles you think you have well covered and what roles you think you might have as gaps. Who wants to go first?
I mean, I think our front line is pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Between Naime, Suda, Shield, and then Sai's not entirely front line, but isn't entirely back line either.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of mid-range.
Front line's pretty solid on that range.
As far as personalities goes, I think I have the comedic relief in the pocket. If I don't, it's because I need to step up my game.
I like there's a good combination of dry wit, one-liners, and then pure levity. So I like that. You can never have too much comedy, I think. But yeah, I like the dryness of. I always like stepping meta for a second. Cappy always you always find that line of hitting with these one-liners, not necessarily one-liners, but these perfect sort of make you think, make you laugh, and make you think lines. And I think that plays really well with the exuberance of Elvira. And then Naime and Shield have a drier sort of hit you with a low-key line. So what do you guys think on that?
I think yes. And I think Nerys adds that like childlike innocence that every party has, that one character that everybody looks at as like the small tiny sibling. For example, Yuri, and like I feel like Nerys is our Yuri.
I think Nerys also does a good job of keeping us from becoming too dark.
I definitely try with my absolute no knowledge of the real world.
Starry, starry night.
So what are our gaps? So if we had to look at this, let's say you're the BBEG and you're watching from above and you're analyzing this group and you're trying to formulate a way to take them down. What are the weak spots? What are the weak points?
A book person, if that makes sense. An outward, clearly obvious book person. Like each of us has our
intelligence in general.
Yeah, each of us has. I don't want to say intelligence because each of us has our own like niche of knowledge, right? So like Sai has like a niche of knowledge when it comes to nature and wildlife and how trees communicate, and this like Well, my druid was an all right druid and wanted me to be an all right tree, so we're all right people. But then you have like Naime, who has the military and also the more of the sea kind of knowledge, that kind of way. And then Shield, kind of very similar. Nerys, more like the stars. And then Alvira is just smart about her mouth. And I feel like a very frontward book person, like a nerd, like your party nerd. We don't have that particular one kind of personality.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like a middle of the road personality, but still a very needed one. Like the one person who is about the very much intelligent side of things rather than like, the emotional or the wisdom side, if that makes sense.
Okay. How about in combat? Where are the gaps? So the front line is strong. Where are gaps?
Cohesive planning.
I think combat wise, when it comes to gaps, we have DPS, we have heals on the low end, we have split between tank and DPS out of Naime and Shield. I think what it is that we're really missing is battlefield control and like buffs more than anything. Somebody who is not necessarily inflicting damage or really focused on the enemy in particular, but more the maneuvering and tactics of the battlefield, along with making sure like that's our rogue. I can haste our rogue and they're going to get 43 extra attacks. Or, our Echo Knight is getting ready to run into a pile of crazies. Here, let me drop this kind of whatever boost for strong people on you, sort of thing, I think that's what we're missing.
And we should mention, welcome back, Nerys. Lala, we've missed you, and I think the party's missed you, and some of these things maybe have stood out in the absence of having a druid around. So okay, anybody else have anything before we hop in? We get in, we step back from the meta and we dive back into the world. What are your thoughts on KC 426 so far? You haven't been there, but what you're hearing.
Well, I don't
like
much,
to.
but it sounds kind of like it's a shitty place.
I mean, I think Elvira would appreciate that it's illegal to kill birds.
They only said it's illegal to kill the guano producing birds.
Elvira poops, trust me on this.
Everybody poops.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right, then let's hop into it. So you, as you work your way in through the towards the shore, let's bring up a little visual. Why not? You work your way towards the shore, and you start to get amongst these little islands, and islands is generous. They're small rocky formations offshore, and there are tons of birds, and you can smell when the wind just moves, just so you get that whiff, that whiff that both opens your nostrils, clears your sinuses, and also kind of makes you choke. That ammonia gets into that and sort of drowns out the oxygen. Makes your breathing a little labored, but only when the wind is a certain direction. But you definitely smell it. It's pretty strong, and you can hear the birds. The birds are very active. The seabirds here are quite active. And they are not that. They're not that loud, but you can imagine them being much louder. And the shore is a long beach. It is flat. It's there's a gentleness once you get through the breakers, sort of a gentle rise leading into the beach, and this is what you see. You have the crew, and with the crew is Carter Bishop, the former first mate of the Seculorca. What is Carter Bishop again? Sorry.
He's a Warforged.
He's a Warforged.
Warforged, yes. And he seemed to really think that this was the place that everyone needed to go. And his thinking was if he could just get the Seculorca back here, they could make repairs and make some money in the guano trade. What you don't see is any sort of harbor, any sort of port, anywhere that you'd actually do any ship repairs. Maybe you'd anchor offshore and bring the tools you needed out. But this certainly is nothing like Astoria. This is a much smaller place. I think, as mentioned, 60 to 70 families. And you maybe in the distance by where the hills, the foothills are, you may be able to see some huts or maybe whiffs of smoke. However, would you like to do anything at this point?
I would like to kind of get a lay of the land before we board the island.
And disembark.
Yeah, I would like to do that because after everything that's happened and things being, really not okay with cults walking around and aliens invading our corporeal forms and exploding them into corporeal jelly, I would like to make sure we're not walking into a trap. We've already lost enough. It's not really necessary to lose anymore.
Sure. What would that look like?
You would see Olivera just, when we get close-ish and can kind of get closer to the shore, just, let everybody know, hey, I'm going to scope it out before we get off. And you just see her, take off out of the boat and kind of fly towards the coastline. But at a decent distance from the coast, probably about 120 feet from any point, to save from any sort of short range to mid-range attacking if there was anything crazy happening up there.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception or investigation, whichever is better for you.
Wow, I'm not extremely perceptive. I'm still a little shook up, so I don't know. For one moment, I feel like I see one of those little creatures scuttle across the beach, and then a bug flies by in front of my beak, and I'm even more distracted. And I'm gonna eat it and say, yeah, I don't really see anything. Looks all right from up here.
Yeah, and it does. It does look all right from up there. Okay. So on that note, are we disembarking?
Yep, I will hop out once it gets shallow and pull the boat onto the shore.
Okay. All right, fairly easy. Again, gentle. There must be some sort of breakwater that has led to sort of a flat, gentle shoreline here. So you're able to pull, and Carter Bishop hops out and starts walking towards the foothills.
Once we get onto land,
Boy, where are you going?
Okay, bye. See ya. Come on in. We'll get some food.
Sorry. What were you doing?
I was just going to stretch out my branches and take a look around. because now that we're on land, I want to see what I feel, you know. Do you want to go catch the people that are trying to leave while I see if I can figure out where we are and what's going on?
Okay. So you are investigating?
I mean, I could investigate. I could just generally get a, perceive sort of which way the proverbial wind is blowing, if there's anything on the breeze.
Okay. Okay. Do a perception check.
That's 14.
So tell me about your olfactory senses.
I mean, I don't have a nose per se, but I definitely have stoma that can tell me if things are in the wind that are normal or aren't normal, or
Yeah, so you're getting, and there's that pheromone sort of perception that trees have, and you can share communication through those pheromones and the fungal network as we've talked about. So what you're getting is mostly like rotted fish, I guess, and salt, heavy salt, and then you got that ammonia sort of back end. At times is overpowering, at other times not so much. And it is, for you, that smell is the sweetest, most delicious, most succulent smell you can think of. You just would love to just have your roots all around it and just
this is good fertilizer, y'all. I don't know why there aren't more things growing here.
Oh, it's almost like you've won the golden ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, and it's like a river of chocolate in the air. It's like that. That's sort of the best analog that you could describe it to everyone else with noses. I mean, it's just the most succulent thing ever. Maybe a meat pie smell for someone, that smell of chocolate, that smell of baked goods. It's just, you just wish you could just dance in it. And then you have the other things that you would expect. So, yeah.
As Nerys disembarks from the boat, she's going to take a few unsteady steps as she's unused to walking on such a soft, sandy ground.
Okay.
And then she's just kind of stand around with her friends because she doesn't know where to go.
Roll initiative. All right. Alvira, tell me what your initiative is. Oh, I got you. Okay. You're in 20. Okay. From as soon as Nerys hits the shore, you see these not petrified, but you see this wood all over the place, and it obscured, I think, perhaps. Was that just a knotted piece of wood in the sand? It turns out no. Those eyes, those knotted eyes, they start to move around a little bit, and up from the sand around you, claws, large crab-like claws come out. Naime, I don't have your initiative.
10.
Okay. Large, giant. Are they giant? Yes. Giant crabs come out, and begin to move towards you. Okay, and let's roll initiative for them. Okay. All right. Alvira, you see a number of crabs. You are first in the initiative order. They have risen up all around everyone. Giant crabs. They are medium size, which means they are about, let's say, anywhere from 4 to 6 feet wide. They're about 3 feet tall. They are crab, only more so.
All right. So, in a 10-foot radius sphere, how many of them do you think I would be able to encapsulate, Mr. World?
Yeah, you could probably angle to get. You'd have to fully encapsulate them.
No.
Okay, just get part of them.
Yeah, 10-foot radius spheres.
Okay.
Spheres.
I would say this round, 2. You could get up to 2 of them.
So I would like you to have 2 of them, please. Make a Constitution saving throw from me as Alvira's eyes sort of start to pulse in and out between the black and the teal. One kind of dark, one kind of light, and the ground in that 10-foot sphere kind of starts to do the same thing. And anything alive, non-magical vegetation in that area starts to wither and then come back and bloom and then wither again.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep, it is a Constitution DC 14 saving throw. On a failed save, they'll take necrotic damage.
Okay, how much? 1 failed, 1 saved.
Okay, let me roll it and I will tell you.
You see the kelp beds just start to pulsate.
It is 15 necrotic damages.
Ooh. One of them is instantly, it's necrotic, instantly just turns to rotted fish smell. Everyone smells it, which is also very sweet to Sai. It's like candy.
I just have one more question. Are
Crab taffy.
any of my party mates in that vicinity of those crabs?
Not yet. Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, not yet. No, you wouldn't have hit them.
That's okay. I just wanted to make sure.
We're at 8. What's that?
I said I just wanted to make sure because it's wither and bloom. So if I had any party mates in that area, they would be able to use their hit dice.
Well, okay.
But they're not there, so it doesn't matter. Irrelevant. That is EOT for me, sir.
Okay. All right. It is their turn. All right. They start to scuttle about. Let's see. The first one, they're all within about 40 to 60 feet. So half of them are actually going to be able to attack this turn. First one off the boat was Naime, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You're going to take a claw attack. That is a 7 to hit. That will miss. That's it. Next one will go after Nerys. That's a hit. 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that's a hit.
Nerys, take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. You are grappled. Your escape DC will be 11. And just 1 attack, yep. All right, the next one will move. Okay. The next one will move forward. And Alvira, are you flying?
That is
what are we
correct.
looking
I
at?
have not landed.
Okay, the next one will go after Psy. Natural 20. 4 points. 4 points of bludgeoning damage right around the trunk. Grappled. DC 11 to escape. Okay, next one. Yeah, there are 2 more that are going to attack this round. The next one will go after Nerys. 14.
No, it does not hit.
Now you are grappled. Let's see. Incapacitated. Does that give them advantage? No. I'll look it up while one of you are going. Okay. Naime. No, I'm sorry. Psy. 12.
Okay.
That's a miss?
12 will miss, yes.
Yep. Okay. All right. The rest of them are... Wait, no, there's one more. One more. We'll go after Naime. 15.
Oh, is that an attack?
Yep.
That hits.
Okay. 4 points of bludgeoning damage and you are grappled. Your escape DC will be 11.
Okay.
Okay, the rest of them scuttle forward. Naime, your turn.
All right. Let's see. I am grappled, which means that I can't move. All right. Yeah. How many crabs are there?
There are 12.
Jesus. Suda's gonna pop into existence to attack one of the one going after Psy.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take care of the one that's grappling me.
Okay.
So Suda's attack, not very good. 10.
There aren't. They have their crustaceal carapace armor class 15 natural armor.
And
Okay.
my attack is no better.
All right, so grappled condition. Grappled creature's speed becomes 0 and cannot benefit from any bonus to its speed. Condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. So you are not incapacitated.
Nope.
You just have speed 0. Condition also ends if in effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler or grappling effect. So you can make a check, I believe, to escape at the end of your turn. DC 11. That would be in athletics. Or strength.
Actually, oh no, I can't do that because I already used my bonus action. Natural 20.
There you go. You break through so much that the creature's claw snaps. Just you snap it like you're eating fine Maryland blue crabs. Go ahead and roll an unarmed strike damage to see if you dip it in butter and end its life.
Well, my there's no rolling for unarmed strike damage. It's just 4 straight.
Just the damage, whatever the damage. You've already made the strike. Whatever the damage.
It's 4 straight.
Oh, it's 4. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not quite dead, but close.
I'm gonna crack that claw.
Okay. Sigh.
Okay. I am going to start throwing leaves at things because that's what I do. So, my first attack is a nat 1.
womp, womp. Okay, you are still grappled. Your turn is over. Nerys.
Okay, so I can't move, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna produce flame at the crab that's grappling me, which should be fun. 16. Oh, nope. 23 to hit.
That hits.
10 damage.
Okay. Oh, it's just a crab bake. It's like a full bushel of crabs here too. I'm starting to really do the math, and this could be quite a banquet. Could be quite a banquet. But would you like to try to escape that grapple?
Yeah.
That's a DC 11.
I got a 4, so.
Okay, still grappled. And just as you struggle to get out, underneath of you, there's almost a liquefaction of the sand. The water starts to ripple under you. The sand ripples, and you start to sink a little bit. And then you realize that as you're sinking down, two much larger claws are coming up on either side of you, and two eyes poke up through the sand and look at you, and you get a claw. As you're distracted by the eyes, a claw comes from the left. 17, does that hit?
Yes.
20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, God.
It's trying to snap you in half. Oh, right around the waist, too. And the other claw comes. And who would be close to Nerys?
I don't know. I think Sai might have been the person that got out of the boat right before me. So maybe Sai. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Anyone want to volunteer to be near me?
Yeah, I don't think Sai.
Possibly me.
Elvira, how high in the air are you flying around? What's your range on your spell? That last spell that you cast.
My last spell was a 60-foot range.
Okay. All right. We're going to say you're out of range. So Naime does a 15 hit.
Yes, it does.
No, I think Sai is closest. Does a 15 hit, Sai?
It does not. My bark is harder than that.
Okay, snap! It just barely misses. All right. Elvira, you see huge... So far, you just see two eyes and two huge claws. You don't see a body or anything yet. And then you see there are still 11 giant crabs all scuttling towards your friends.
You're just going to hear Elvira say from the air, "Let's get spicy." As she kind of dive bombs in, moving her movement, and dragon's breath expelling from her mouth of some fiery, get cooked, be eaten by me with some butter after this flamage. It is a dexterity 14 saving throw in a 15-foot cone.
And you're going after
The
multiple,
big guy to attack my friend.
The big guy.
The big claws. I want to
Okay.
burn big claw meat because that's my favorite kind from a crab.
Dexterity 14, you say?
Yes.
All right, here we go. 16. However, you notice that dexterity not its strong suit.
All right. Is this half damage? Yes, half damage. Okay. So let me give you some damages. Only 5. So 5 fire damage.
Okay.
And that is my bonus action.
Okay.
And for my regular action, I am going to talk a little shit to my friends to make them do things, nicely. Nerys, I'm gonna talk a little bardic shit to you. Get your shit together. You still got sea legs. We're on the land. What are you doing down there? Have a bardic inspiration.
Yay.
EOT for me.
All right, here come the giant crabs, the scuttlers. First one that has Naime, you broke out, nearly destroyed one of its claws, and it's gonna come at you. But it's so harmed. An 11, that's not gonna get it done. It's just not gonna get it done.
Okay.
Nerys, the one that has you partially grappled. You're in like a double grapple. 23! Ooh!
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. 4 points. Four points from the giant, not the really big one, but the giant crab, medium sized. The next one is going to attack Sai. Oop, wrong dice. Let's do the math. Fumble. Okay. The next one, moving in on Naime. Okay, that will be a 15.
That hits.
Okay, 4 points and you are grappled. The next one comes in again on Naime. Oh, 19, 4 more points. They're catching like an ankle here and a elbow there. They're just starting to grab you up a little bit, tugging you. Okay, let's keep going. Sigh. That's 9 to hit, and another one's coming. That's a 15.
15 just missing.
Okay.
And the AC is 16.
Okay, Sai, 21. Take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're grappled.
I was already grappled. Am I now double grappled?
No. You got a root here, a trunk there, a branch here. They're just starting to slowly grab parts of you.
I'm starting to think I don't like crabs.
Yeah, they're really good when you let them rot really well and fester. They're super good. That's when they're tasty for you. But when they're still alive, not nearly as fun. Okay, we have a 16 on Naime.
That's it.
They're starting to put some. That's 4 more points. That's a 12 on Nerys. They're starting to put some numbers together though. Nerys, here's another one. 12 for Nerys.
Not a hit.
And back to Sai. It's an 8.
That will miss.
Naime. 21. Okay.
Still hasn't changed. It's still heads.
Yeah, 4 more points. Every time I hit you, it's going to be 4 points. Okay, last one. They just have nothing for Elvira, so they're going to go after Nerys. And that's going to be a 12.
Not a hit.
Okay. Naime.
All right. Screw this shenanigans. I'm gonna have my long sword in one hand, and I'm gonna draw the short sword in my other, and we're going 2-weapon fighting with this.
Okay.
So for my main action, it's going to be a long sword hit to one of the ones grappling me at a dead 15.
Okay, that hits. Dead!
Followed up with the bonus action of a short sword to another one.
Okay.
17.
All right, that'll hit.
For 7 points. And then Suda's going to hopefully take out one. Yes. 26. To hit.
That'll hit.
And 11 damage to that one.
Okay. Close.
You know what? Are there still more crabs close enough to me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you
Good.
got more.
Because I'm going to go ahead and use my action surge. And take an additional action.
And that Suda is taking that, or Naime?
Well, I get 2 attacks per action, and I can split them up between either Suda or Naime.
Right.
Yeah. So that's attack from Naime's position. That one's probably not going to be good enough at a 12.
Nope.
And Naime will take the last one for 19.
Naime, okay.
Yep. 7 more points.
Dead! All right, anything else?
That's... Yeah, I don't want to burn all my resources yet.
Got it. Sigh.
So as I am being grappled hither and thither, about what is the size of the proverbial battlefield?
So it's all fairly close in with the boat. They set upon everyone pretty close. It's all within 15, 20 feet.
Excellent. So I'm going to start off using my bonus action to cast Misty Step to get myself past the crabs into that further onto the shore area. And then I'm going to pivot and pick one of the ones that is up on... Naime's been clearing herself pretty well.
Yep.
Nerys seems to have been taking quite the beating, so I'm going to chuck a leaf at one of the ones that's up on Nerys.
Okay. One of them is hurt. I believe you attacked it last time.
I had a nat 1 and failed to do it.
Oh, no, that wasn't you. Okay. Elvira attacked one that was on Nerys. That is hurt. Would you like to do that one? Or another one?
I think I'll take a fresh one.
Okay.
Sneak attack.
Fresh one. Got it.
Dirty 20 to hit.
Okay.
And that would be 4, 6, 10, 16 damage.
Dead.
And that would be the end of my turn.
The math paid off. Didn't want to waste any hit points on something that was going to be dead. I got it. I like it. Okay, free from grapple. You see a couple of them turn towards you, wondering what happened. And Nerys, your turn.
Okay, so first I'm going to use my bonus action to take on my starry form. And then I'm going to cast a healing word on Naime.
Okay.
For 8 healing.
Tell us about your starry form.
So my starry form chalice, whenever I cast a spell that restores hit points, I can restore hit points to an additional creature. So I'm also going to give Naime an additional 5 healing points.
Okay. Very good.
And then that's end of turn for me. Oh, unless I try to get out of my grapple.
Yeah, you can. You have you're grappled a couple of times, but you can attempt.
Nope, that's a 7.
All right. Okay. The huge eyes look at you. They sort of wiggle around. We're not making any Krabby Patty jokes today. Those will not be happening. And it takes its claw and it just starts squeezing down on you. 13.
Does not hit.
That does not hit. So, there must be perhaps a belt, buckle, something. It's just something's protecting you. And then it takes its other claw and it looks at Sai. Probably too far away. Naime. Huge. Gonna take a swipe at Naime. For 14.
That's right on.
Okay. That'll be 20 points of bludgeoning damage. You are grappled. Escape DC is 15.
That was half my health points. Sure. We'll go with that.
Yes. Top of the order. Top of the order.
Okay, so Elvira has a moment where she says, "Wait a dang minute," and she kind of moves. I want the crabs to look at me, and I'm gonna start singing as I kind of crab scuttle back and forth in the air still with my wings out, looking kind of silly, but I want to distract them like a TikTok on a clock would go back and forth, you know? And I'm gonna say, "The time has come," the owl said, "to talk of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings." And when I say while the sea is boiling hot, I am hoping that Nerys is looking at me say that and will make some water boil nearby so I can dance these crabs into some boiling water if they get distracted by me. And I'm going to say, "But wait a bit," the crabbies cried, "before we have our chat. For some of us are out of breath and all of us are fat. No hurry," said.
And thus endeth the song.
She danced herself right out of the game.
Okay. Here we continue with the song in just a moment.
Wow.
And what happened?
Yeah. So I'm talking to them and I'm hoping that I can distract them with a performance, Mr. World.
Okay.
I got a 16 performance check.
All right. Okay.
I'm hopeful to play on the curious nature of crabs and how they kind of get hypnotized in a group when you start kind of dancing at them, and hopeful that they're paying attention to that. That's my goal here.
All right. We're going to give them advantage on this. And here we go. First one saves. Second one saves. Don't expect many to save. Third one does not save. What's the 16, right? Okay.
Yeah, 16 is what I rolled for performance.
Yeah, they pretty much need a 19 or a 20 to save. They do have advantage, but we're not seeing a lot of saves. Okay, here's the big one. Okay, the big guy saves. 3 of the others save, and everyone else is dazzled / distracted, delighted, distracted. They've taken a break from their doom scrolling. They're watching it over again. They say, "Do it again." They don't say that. They have no language. But you can feel it in their eyes. They have expressive eyes.
I'll just keep singing. A loaf of bread, the owl said, is chiefly what we need. Pepper and vinegar, besides, are also very good indeed. Now, if you're ready, oh crabbies dear, we can begin to feed, and I will just keep dancing.
Okay. All right. Okay, there's only 3 of them going to be active. Here we go. This first one, active. Attacking. This is a Nerys one. It's a 19.
It'll hit.
Okay, 4 points. The next one that's saved is a Suda. 19. Is that a poof?
That's a poof.
Okay, poof. And then that's all of them. The rest of them are dazzled, delighted, and taking a break from doom scrolling. Naime.
Just start dancing.
Oh, is Sai already gone, or?
Sai's after you.
I thought Sai had 12.
I've got 8 in the auto roll.
Okay. All right. The big one's still active.
Yes.
Well, then I know who I'm going after. Because that did not feel very good. All right. Mustering what fortitude I can, though I'm bleeding out in multiple places. I charge the creature.
Which one?
The big one.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of do a double cut. So long sword and short sword coming in. The long sword hits, the short sword does not. For 6 damage.
Okay.
And then bringing in Suda and using Unleash Incarnation to make an additional melee attack from Suda, which is going to be an 18.
Okay.
For another minimal damage, 6 damage. And that's it. That's all I got.
Okay, Sai.
All right. From my perspective, it now looks like Naime is doing the least well, yes?
Oh, yeah. I'm bloodied.
Well, it's pretty much a toss-up. Naime is at 20 of 52, and Nerys is at 19 of 51.
Okay, and I saw that Naime had some active crowds after her, yes?
Both do. Both are. Oh, Naime, did you out of the grapple DC 15?
No.
So the big crab, the big one, is got Naime in one claw, Nerys in the other claw.
Excellent. In that case, I will begin by throwing a leaf at it. 18 to hit.
That hits.
Wonderful. Since it has my friends with it, it's 4d6. Right. 10, 15 damage.
15.
Right between the eye stalks. And then, as my bonus action, is this one about 30 feet away from me?
Yeah.
Because I bounced about 30 feet.
Right.
So I will step just a few feet in closer to make sure it's within range. And then cast Compelled Duel on it.
Tell us about that.
So the spell is part of my Fey-touched background.
Okay.
And I attempt to compel a creature into a duel with me. The creature that I can see within range must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is drawn to me, compelled by my demand. For the duration, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me, and must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move more than 30 feet away from me.
Okay. I'm reading it. Okay.
I'm just hoping...
It has no language. That's my only struggle. It has no language.
Well, if it makes you feel better, then I can cast it through my...
Pheromones?
No, I have a thing that allows me... No, because that would require it to be an action, so I probably wouldn't have done that. Never mind, sorry.
All right. I'm struggling on how to figure this out because the beast is locked in on another target. Their eyes are.
Mm-hmm.
So you're sort of out of their field of view. So you can see it.
Well, that's why I used my attack first to hit it between the eyes to get its attention.
Yeah, but there's this. It's really not actually focused on you, and then it's verbal, but it has no language. And I'm trying to work myself into making it make sense. So let's.
If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense.
Let's go for it. What's the DC?
That's the part I've been trying to figure out since I'm not a spellcaster. 10.
10?
Wisdom save of 10.
Okay. All right. So it rolled a 15. Wisdom, it has no bonus, but it did roll a natural 15. So it does save. And we're going to say that the lack of languages and the lack of it looking at you is part of why.
So it was worth trying to get its attention.
It was, for sure. Anything else?
I will go back to being 30 feet away, but other than that, no.
Okay. Nerys.
Okay, so do you think Naime is close enough for me to touch? Or has she moved too far away?
Probably not. It's a huge beast, so it's a huge beast with like 2 claws. So it's probably 5 to 10 feet.
Okay.
Probably minimum 10 feet apart.
So I'm going to go ahead and cast Healing Word as a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
And give Naime 11 points. And then and that actually counts as a bonus action for me.
Okay.
So then as my action, I'm just going to produce flame at the thing grappling me. 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
So that's 8 damage. And then my starry form, I'm gonna heal myself for 7.
Okay.
And that's end.
All right. Okay. The crab tries to squeeze you. For 12. Okay. Doesn't work. Something holding it back. Naime, the other squeeze. That's a 15.
Yep.
Oof,
Mr. World.
Yeah.
My song is very silvery and Barbie in this moment. And this creature is distracted by the dancing and is uncertain to which creature it is attempting to attack and must re-roll the d20 and use the lower of the rolls.
Okay. Okay. So that's a 24, but good thought.
All right. Well, Naime, you will have advantage on your next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw within 1 minute.
If I survive that long. But we'll see.
Well, I'm trying, friend. I'm still
All right,
singing
20 points.
I know.
20 points in that grapple. Okay. We're gonna give everyone a save again for this dance. Alvira, top of the order for you. I'm just gonna quick roll a bunch of them.
That's okay.
While you do that, Nerys is just going to look at her friends and say, I really don't think I like adventuring.
Yeah, I think I might hang it up myself.
Okay, only 2 saves.
Well, good. I'm going to keep doing my movement and singing while I'm casting an entirely different spell on the same big giant creature space. I'm going to again make the ground around it start withering and blooming. That is a Constitution 14 save on anything in the 10-foot sphere, the bad guys. And one creature of my choice in that same 10-foot sphere can roll one of its unspent hit dice and regain the hit points equal to that plus my spellcasting mod. So, Naime, roll your hit dice, and my spellcasting mod is a +6. So, whatever your hit die is, +6. And, World, did you get your save in there?
Yep, I'm making the saves. 17, that's a save, right?
Yes, the spell save DC for this is a 14.
Okay.
And it is 11 damage on a fail and half as much on a pass.
Okay, and it's wisdom, you said? Constitution.
Constitution.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
But while I'm casting this, I'm still singing my song to them.
All right. Wow, they are saving the Constitution ones.
But not on us, the crabbies cried, turning a little blue. After such kindness, that would be a dismal thing to do. The night is fine, the owl said. Do you admire the view? It was so kind of you to come, and you are very nice. My friend said nothing, but cut us another slice. I wish you were not quite so deaf. I'd have to ask you twice. I don't know how much.
All right. Okay.
That's EOT for me.
All right, you did some damage. There's a few of them that are hurt, and the big dog has we're gonna call him, what should we call him? Mr. Krabs? Monsieur Krabs?
Monsieur Krabby Diner, because we're gonna eat him when he dies. I'm gonna eat him when he dies.
Old Bay himself. All right, here we go. On some attacks. And there are 3 of the 2 that say, oh, Reese. Natural 20.
Oh, God.
That's going to be 8 points. Let's see. We have one other save. Okay, here we go. Who's that one attacking? Okay, 1 and 2. It's going to be Naime. 3, 4 is going to be Nerys. Rolling a D4 here. It's going to be Naime. 4 points. And the rest of them are dazzled and distracted. Naime, your turn.
All right. I'm going to use my second win to gain 13 points back. Of course, that's only going to last until the big guy hits me again. And 2 strikes.
See the numbers. Okay. Anything else?
Just my 2 attacks.
Okay.
Naime, you've got a heal from the audience.
Ah, thanks. What is that giving?
2d4 plus 4 standard healing potion.
Awesome, thanks. So that's 6 plus 4, so 10 more. Thank you so much, Maui girl. Found my breath, it seems. So I had a 12 and a 19 to attack.
That's a hit. One hit.
Oh, wait, that was the wrong die anyway. Woo, that much better. 13.
Okay. It's looking rough. You may try to break free the grapple.
Nope.
Sigh.
Well, I'm done trying to outsmart it. I'm just going to wail on it as best I can. Natural 20 for my initial attack.
Okay.
And 10, 15, 16. 18, 27 damage.
Okay.
If it is still standing, I will throw another leaf at it.
It is.
Alright, that is a... Look at my modifier on that one. And then I have to do math. 12. I simply a miss.
That's a miss.
Okay.
Anything else?
That would be the end of my turn, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm not a tree of too many tricks when it comes to combat.
Nerys?
Okay, is it the big one that's still on me?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, and you got a couple others that have gripped you up. It feels like they're squeezing you so much and like they're tugging at something that it's like they're trying to just.
I'm gonna look at all my friends and I'm gonna say, this is gonna hurt. And then I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on myself. Which at a 40-foot radius, or a 5-foot radius should hit, not on myself, on the big one, but it might catch me in it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably going to catch me too if it's a 40-foot radius.
No, 5-foot radius.
Oh, 5-foot radius.
So that is going to do. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw with a DC 15, and I'll make that as well.
11. That's a fail.
I also failed, so that is going to be 10 radiant damage. And that of course, it'll need to make that save on its turn as well.
What's the save?
It's a Constitution DC 15.
Right. It failed.
So.
Okay. Radiant damage. It's so close. It's it squeezes. It squeezes. You're not sure if it's attacking or just flinching from the pain. As the moonbeam hits, it squeezes down. And a 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Nerys is down, and you see Nerys slump as the claws saw through. And Naime, you've got a claw on you too, and that's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
And it winces down, and it begins to lose strength. Naime, you can feel its life force going out. It tries to sink down below the sand. Naime, you can feel yourself being pulled under the sand. Neresa's body being pulled under the sand. Alvira, your turn.
Is the thing DED or is it just like sinking?
You're not exactly sure.
And how many of the other are still alive?
There's a lot still alive. You've dazzled quite a few. Yeah.
Okay, so they're still dancing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will just keep them distracted in hopes that Sai will pull Naime out, and I will say that out loud while I keep dancing.
Okay.
How many are there in particular left, Mr. World?
What? I'm sorry. What?
How many are there in left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 are left.
Okay.
But all but 2 are distracted.
Okay. All but 2 are distracted, so I will do that, and then I will cast a spell on Sai in that case. While I'm dancing, Sai, I'm going to give you invisibility.
And many of them are hurt, by the way.
Excellent.
Okay, so what do we got going on?
I'm going to give Sai the invisibility from my bardic ghostly tales, which allows them to be invisible until they attack or are attacked, in hope that they're able to get to Naime without the undistracted crabby people hitting them.
Okay.
I will pull up the tales from the bard. I apologize, I'm not home, so I don't have all my normal stuff in front of me.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, they're going to make their attacks on Naime. Actually,
did I take damage from
you did.
the big
You
guy?
took 20 points. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're being slowly pulled under, which means the others are. Oh no! Now Sai is invisible, so yeah, they're gonna take little swipes at Naime. 17.
Yep.
And a 16. Your armor class is a problem.
Well, I could only afford ringmail when we first started.
Yeah. Might be an investment worth making.
Well, if I make it out of this encounter, sure.
Okay. Right. It is your turn. You notice that breaking out of the grip is going to be much easier this turn. But you do feel like you're being pulled under just by gravity and quicksand.
Would breaking out take an action?
Yes, for sure. No doubt. Absolutely. In other words, yes.
Okay. Instead, I'm going to manifest Suda. And if you'll allow Mr. World, I'm going to have Suda pull nearest free.
Neresa's already down below.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Anything else?
I guess I'll try and break free then.
Okay. You do have a couple of crabs around you can attack as well, but yep.
13.
That'll break free? Yep.
Okie dokie.
And you still, that's your move, so you can still can still attack.
Oh, okay. Then I will make my attacks. It's 26 and a 25 and a 20. Non-natural.
What's the minimum amount of damage you can do?
6.
Okay. So one is dead. And go ahead and roll the other one.
9.
All right. 2 are dead.
Cool.
Those are the 2 that were active. The others are distracted for now.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's end of turn.
Sai, you were invisible.
I'm invisible. And I'm going to move into range, which for me is 10 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm hoping that you will not count it as an attack, because I am going to specifically aim for her armor. And I'm going to whip onto Naime's armor in an attempt to pull her back, to provide some back leverage to try to keep her from going under.
Okay.
I'm not sure what to do about the Neris problem, so I'm just going for Naime, which I can.
Okay.
You want me to roll that as an attack or as a skill?
No, just roll like a sleight of hand DC 10.
Okay. (14 + 5 is 19.
Okay. Naime, you get the hook. And you're dragged.
It's an invisible hook. So
Invisible hook.
Yanked up by an invisible force.
You will not be invisible anymore since you have done a thing from your invisibleness.
Anything? Even a sleight of hand?
I thought it was just attacks.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you were.
No, it's like it's more like a rope trick.
Sleight of hand,
That's
then
how I'm treating it.
Yeah, I
it's until
specified
the
it.
end of your next turn or until you hit a creature with an attack. So
No. It's like a rope trick,
Okay.
lassoing Naime.
All right, then that's
I
all right.
specifically was not trying to attack with it because I don't want to hurt Naime. She's already doing that.
Yep.
The hurt thing well. She's very good at it, but so yeah. I will invisibly hook you and pull you back as far as I can.
Okay. Nerys, make a death save.
Okay. What do I roll for that?
It's just a D20.
Yep, no bonuses.
I got a 19.
Okay. That's a success.
Sweet.
Okay. However, something happens. But you don't know that it happens. Okay, Alvira. Suddenly, your distraction is not going to work this round. You feel it. You feel that their attention span has run its course. In fact, there's something else that's sort of making them freak out a little bit. So, panic has ensued. What would you like to do?
I'm going to keep singing, but I'm gonna sing to Naime instead.
Okay.
Sai, you won't be invisible anymore. I'm sorry, but Naime, I'm gonna sing to you the tale of the angel. You're gonna regain hit points equal to 2 rolls of my bardic inspiration dice and my charisma modifier, and end a condition which I don't think you have: blinded, deaf, and paralyzed, poisoned, or any of that.
Nope.
My bardic die is a d6, so you'll get 2d6 plus my charisma mod, which is a +3.
+3. Do you want me to roll it or?
You can go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
So you'll get some heals back from my Tale of the Angel. It is the most heavenly, angelic thing you've ever heard come out of my big bird mouth, and you are extremely grateful and want to be my best friend for the rest of forever, and you're never going to be mean to me again. That's what I'm saying.
How do you know I didn't already switch with Suda? You never know.
No, but in case you ever thought about being mean again, I want you to
Okay,
remember
all right.
angelic
I rolled 7 total.
It is
with
true.
my
the
wings
music is
of an
beautiful.
angel.
All right.
And that is my bonus action. And as my regular action, I don't know what I want to do because that's a lot of crabs and I don't got that much magic.
We got crabs.
So maybe what
I've been resisting that joke all night.
Quite a lot of crabs, actually.
maybe what I will do in this case is continue to sprinkle Old Bay across them and shoot a firebolt at the closest one to me, giving them some dirty 20 spice of only 5 flame
Dead.
damage,
That's enough.
and that's it. That's all I got. No more tricks up my feathers.
Okay, they begin to panic. Something that looks like panic. There's scuttling. There's movement. 3 of them dive down into the sand. 3 of them run at Naime and Sai. 3 of them, they start to move sort of parallel to the shoreline. And who's got the best perception?
+4 here.
Perception. Are we talking passive or active?
Either one.
I have a passive of 14 and an active of +4.
I mean,
Okay.
I have a +7, but I'm underground.
Yeah.
You're
You
like 6 feet.
you have perceived what precipitated this, but above ground. Go ahead and roll a perception. You see something burrowing, perhaps. It's hard to say.
Not 20.
Nat 20. You see something burrowing. There's a trail of disturbed sand, and some of the crabs start to chase it. And occasionally you see something poke out, and it looks like a Mushaloo spawn baby thingy, that chest burster thing.
That's bad.
And they are chasing it. They want to kill it.
Yeah, I'm suddenly on the side of the crabs.
They want to kill it. They're
Jump
scuttling.
on its back and ride it like a bull. Maybe it'll go.
Nope.
But it's like just occasionally that natural 20. I mean, it's just none of the rest of you see. You can see that they're running. Depending, Naime, how good was your roll?
Perception?
Yep.
22.
Right. So you can see that there's definitely something that they're chasing. Elvira, same thing from above. You can see sort of a line parallel to the shoreline. They're definitely chasing after something with bad intentions.
Just let them get it. Let them get it.
Something about the pheromones of it. You could just see it's a chest burster.
Sai will quickly say, "It's a god tadpole. Let them eat it."
Uh-huh. Yep, if they can catch it.
Are we still in initiative?
Whose turn was that? That was all Alvira's turn? No, that was their turn. They're chasing. All right, so they're going to go try to attack it. 3 of them are going to try to catch it and attack it. Natural 20. They kill it. They jump on it and they just eat it right there on the spot. They just eat it. And then all of the other crabs calm down and slowly sink back under the sand.
I think we should get out of here before Zoidberg and his angry family come back to eat us.
We need to get Maris up and out. I would like to start sending my roots down as far as I can.
Guys,
in the hopes that I can
I
find them.
think
Okay.
I wanted to say something to you, Si.
Yeah.
I think Maris knew exactly what she was doing because she had the look in her eye when she said this is going to hurt that said, it's been a good ride, it's been a long ride, it's been a good long ride. Peace out, my guys. See you on the other side.
Those roots fish through the sand and pull up Neris's body. It's limp. It's gashed. It's crunched. Those bones. It's not a good scene. And you see confirmed right out of the chest gut area there is a massive wound from the inside out. Neris is no more. And that's where we're going to leave it for today. R.I.P. Neris was here for a good time, not for a long time. Next week, you will enter the town, the settlement, the outpost of KC 426.